So here we have a Dell monitor. So in the past few videos, I believe, sorry for the background noise, I'm just sitting down in my chair, but I believe in the past few videos we have looked at a few machines, one machine I got from my school, and maybe another like score from my school, I'm not sure. But here's yet another. This is, by the looks of it, a 19-inch Dell monitor. I believe it's 4x3 or something close to that. This was given to me by my computer teacher, like all the other hardware that I get from my school. And it was given to me because it's not used anymore, and I am told there are some dead pixels and some lines on the screen, which the display does work. It would be good for a testing environment like server racks or something like that as well. That's probably what this monitor is going to be used for. So I'm just going to be testing this in this video, and also I was able to score 5 more monitors. So 5 plus this one. They're not the same type of monitor. That would be cool if they were, but they seem to be really nice, and I have some plans for them. So I'm not sure if you can hear in the background we have RS1 going, just sitting at the BIOS something or other. So we're just going to go ahead and plug in the display. If I can reach back here. So you can see it's not getting a display. So let's just restart the computer. Hard drives spin up. It should give us the screen. There we go. So you can see, you guys can't see that too well, but there are a lot of lines going down the screen. You can see it more now when there's no text on the display. Something like a desktop environment would be better for this, I have to say. My Windows disk isn't around here. You can see there's no OS on this yet because I still have to install something. But yeah, so there's one monitor. This is a generic Dell monitor. I'll probably put the what type of monitor it is in the description. I don't know off the top of my head, but I have another one of these, same version that works perfectly. I've been using that for my server rack and all of my testing stuff. So you can see this monitor has height adjust. You can move it left and right, and then you have the I think this would be tilt, but it's quite nice. I had when I was testing this monitor initially, I had it like that, and then I had its clone like that and connected to the Mac Pro, and it was pretty cool. I wish there were better panels on this. That's a problem. I'm very picky about the panels because it's hard for me to see ones that are bad. Something like an ultra-wide or a cinema display with the really nice panels definitely helps me a lot. So there's one monitor. You can see it's a pretty nice monitor. The camera doesn't really show the distortion. There's not a lot that I can see right now, but in a desktop environment there is quite a lot of lines and dead pixels and stuff. So next I'm going to show the other 5 monitors. I'll go ahead and get all of those up on the desk so we can start looking at them. So here's the box that has all the other ones in it. You can see the monitors, the 5 of them up top already. So if we go ahead and open the box, once again, the 5 monitors, if we take a look at these look to be Samsung SyncMaster 152Ts. There are 5 of them. I believe these look to be 14 or 15 inch. I may be wrong on that. The 1.5 in the name makes me feel like they are. Also, they are GH15PS, and then the model code is MO15PS DPZ. So these must be 15-inch monitors by the looks of it. So you can see, if we look at the back, on the stand we have 14 volts DC power input, RGB or VGA, and DVI. These monitors are all the same, so I'm not going to show the full thing, or all of them, but you can see the buttons on the front. Auto something, I'm presuming that's auto adjust for something, exit and source, brightness, menu, and power. That probably went out of focus for you guys, I think it did. So if we go ahead and bring the tripod a bit closer and move down, just gonna adjust that. We get a lot of stuff. So silica gel, I believe some adapters came in this that I'm gonna be giving to a friend. Stuff like this. It's this weird adapter to VGA, stuff like that. So I'll just throw that aside. My friend has a PowerMac G3 that uses that type of connector, so I'm gonna hand this off to him probably. So that'll be cool. So at first glance, we see here are 2 packaged VGA cables. That's going to come in handy. Need a lot of those for my server rack. That's going to, like I said, come in handy. If we look in here, we saw the 14 volt power input. So there are 5 monitors, and there are 5 of these little power bricks. So I cannot read all of that. But there are 14 volts at 1 amp. By the looks of it, or 14 volts at 3 amps, sorry. So, there's 5 of those for powering the 5 displays. That's pretty cool. Actually, let me look at one a bit more. You can see power input. Looks like something got spilled on this one. And then just generic IEC power input on the AC side. So, next, we have one of these fancy clear, so you can see the shielding USB cables. I have a couple more of these, but these will be good for my DVI KVM switch. Next, we have the VGA cable, another VGA cable. I just got a low battery warning. Another VGA cable. So we can go ahead and set those aside. Hopefully my phone doesn't die, because it was at 50% when I started recording, and it's now at 20. I don't know what that thing is. Probably something random that got thrown in here. So here, if we pull on this large connector, a rather thick VGA cable. So, and then here are a bunch of IEC power and USB adapters. We just remove the rest of these. And then here are 2 more of those adapters I was talking about. So it's that random connector to VGA, and then VGA to that random connector. These 2 are the same. And then there was this one, which was the opposite. So that's VGA male instead of female, and then on the back it's the opposite of that as well. So I'm just gonna add this together somehow, like this. So now these all fit on each other like that. Little spaceship there. But as you can see, now we have 4 more monitors. We're going to be testing all of them in the next segment. So as we discovered in the last segment, this uses a power brick. So you can see down there we have a generic IEC and DVI, and the monitors, they all support both VGA and DVI. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my pre-plugged in IEC and plug it in there. I did not get electrocuted, so that's good. And I'm also going to come around here, plug the DVI cable in, and plug in our power. So if we move here, you can see there's a green light, or a red light, or an amber light on the monitor. Let me go back around. I have a giant X-Serve in my basement, so more videos on that soon. So you can see, looks not to be getting a signal of any sort. I'd be gutted if none of these worked, but let's go ahead and turn on RS1 so we can get some kind of data going to it. So you can see, would appear, this monitor works pretty dang well. I never noticed my motherboard has post codes on the screen. These things are really cute little monitors. I very much like that panel in this thing. So you can see, of course, no boot disk failure, or disk boot failure. You can see nothing's on the physical drive in the system. So let's go ahead and power off RS1 once again. Disconnect power and DVI. The power cable is very much stuck in there, so I'm not worried about it coming out. And I will create a pile of working displays. And I would like to discuss my plans for a few of these monitors at the end, because I have an awesome idea for what I'll use these for. So, check signal cable. Yeah, alright, so let's power on RS1 once again. So it looks like this monitor on this, like the internal side, works. Maybe the interfaces are bad or something. Let's go ahead and turn it back on. So you can see, of course, it works. Let's go ahead and restart the computer just to see what happens. So, of course, I'm presuming that all these monitors are broken as they are being scrapped or given to me. So, pretty cool. So this one works by the looks of it. Very excited. Very cute monitors. I'm very much a fan of them. I'll be using 4 for one purpose and 1 for my server rack, which pretty much gives you the idea of what I'm going to be using these for once I get some kind of high-end GTX graphics card that supports a certain fun aspect of gaming. That pretty much gives it away. I want to like I don't know why I'm keeping it as a surprise, because it's really not too big of a thing, but... And these adapters will not come out of these monitors, that's for darn sure. So, don't have to worry about them coming apart. So let's grab this monitor now. Let's plug it in. Plug in... I can align the connector. Plug in DVI and rotate the display around. So this display looks a bit darker than the other ones, significantly darker on the lower end. You can definitely see how the backlight kind of diminishes beyond this point. Not too big of a deal, but not the best. I mean, I really don't care. I'll probably use this one for my server rack depending on the condition of the other two displays. So the display does work, except there's that minor defect. So I'm going to unplug it. That was a bit easier to unplug this one. So I'm just gonna write a damaged backlight on it quickly, just so I know. If I can find my Sharpie, then I'll write it. Here it is. So I'm just gonna write like damaged backlight. So I'm just gonna set that aside. I think Sharpie comes off with rubbing alcohol and or nail polish remover. So I'll just take that off later on when I actually go to use the monitor. So here's our other one. Let's go ahead and power up the system. Yeah, so this is in good condition, this backlight assembly and stuff. Monitor works, of course, that's really great. Disk root failure, of course. No backlight errors on this one, so you can go ahead and put that in the working pile. So that's good. It's great. So let's plug in our last monitor to be testing today in this video. So it looks to be maybe the backlights take a long time to warm up, or take a amount of time to warm up. This display, by the looks of it, is slightly darker than the rest of the other two, brightness-wise. Yes, no, brightness is at full. Actually, at this point, no, it doesn't. It seems to be at up to the other standards of the other displays. So that's pretty cool. All 5 monitors work to some extent. So I want to tell of what I'm going to be doing with 4 of these monitors. So you can see RS1, that's Roman System 1, the 775 build that was built a few videos back, right there. Eventually, I'm going to be upgrading to something like a Skylake i7 970 or 980 build, 16 gigs of RAM, some SSDs, stuff like that. And what I'm going to be making 4 of these monitors into is a surround setup. I'm going to make a custom enclosure for them and mount the system inside the enclosure as well. In theory, that's my plan at least. So I'll have 3 monitors and then 1 up top. And basically that's what I'm going to be doing with these, something like that. It's nice that they're small monitors because I can like use multiple of them in like a LAN environment. Whereas something like a cinema display, 2 or 3 of them would take up way too much room, and it would just be impractical. So, yeah. Basically, that's what I'm going to be doing with these. One of them, probably the one with the bad backlight, is going to go on my server setup or something. So yeah, 6 monitors. The one, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. The different of the 6. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but because I have 2 of those, probably some application. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I've been getting a lot of good feedback, if I could talk today. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of good feedback on my videos lately. Pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video, which my friend gave me a Power Mac G5. So once again, I'll see you in the next video.